So today's video is going to be without me in it, just my voice. I'm going to show you my homeschool area, which is kind of a wreck right now. And then I will be breaking it down in bits and pieces in different parts to explain how I go about using it. This is one of my pride and joys. It is our homeschool rug that I got for $20 from a teacher who didn't need it anymore. As you can see, it has the numbers 1 to 10. It has the words in English and in Spanish. It has the ABCs. It has colors in English and colors in Spanish. Moving over, this is the area that the children are allowed to get things from. There's a toy box, and under it is a Lincoln log box with various things in it. There's a number chart they can look at. Various cubbies with books and toys and puzzles and things like that. And a castle. The bookshelf that has books for me as well as them. Moving up. Globes, balance scales, magnets and other learning things. Learning games, another shelf with books I use, and inside the doors that you can't see at the moment are teaching books. Here's my blackboard that I've used in my videos with the number chart 1 to 10, an at family, and several things written on it. Cubbies that not only keep things handy for me, but keep the blackboard from folding up. More miscellaneous charts, manipulatives, and flashcards. Going back over is our multiplication table, and moving up are geometric shapes. Now, I'm not going to show you where I have the alphabet chart, because to see that you'll see into my kitchen where I have dish for our grand dog and things like that. But they are there handy. So there's a boombox I use that has a 5 CD changer, a radio, and 2 cassettes. Moving closer, I will move the puzzles that I bought from Dollar Tree. And there are several different CDs and things like that. This one here is a favorite, specifically for Tweety-Ta. A kids action that has Beanie Baby games and things like that, as well as dance CDs and things like that, because I did teach combo kids and intro classes at a studio that recently had to close due to the pandemic and low attendance and patrons. Moving a little closer to this shelf, you can see I have a few Beanie Babies. There's a box up there that has, I believe that one has magnets in it. There is a leap pad and several little tablets that my youngest 2 grands father brought over. Closer look of our globe and things, some of the books on the shelves. And things like this. Closer look at the games that I have. And things like that. Sorting bins, kaleidoscopes, things. I have smaller bins under these particular games sorted out for children to play with and stuff. Down here you'll see the little reading card that I use sometimes with the kids so that they can follow along where they need to be. Sorting cups. And further down, the scissors and a couple of desk toppers that I found at yard sales and things. Oh, and that Nestle's Quick box has been washed out, and it now has counting teddy bears. And as you can see, I use all my little nooks and crannies to store things in. This will probably be a short video because I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to add a little bit to it. On the multiplication chart, if you notice, it's in color codes and it goes all the way up through the 12s table. And how I use this is with younger children, we do the ones table, of course, going straight down from top to bottom. Then when they're ready, we do the tens table. And we usually count tens with our hands because we have 5 fingers on each hand, and that makes 10. And we just count that way. Then we would next move to our fives table, which is pretty easy. And then our twos table. And from there we would move on with the threes and move on up to the 12s table. And we would first learn skip counting. Then we would take and do visual aids like cereal or toys or something and break them down into groups. For instance, if you broke your toys or cereal down into groups of 2 and you had 3 groups of 2, you would count them and realize you have 6 all together. And then you can look back at the multiplication chart and say, oh, so 3 groups of 2 equals 6, or 3 times 2 equals 6. And this is how we learn to tie it all together. Now, something I like to start at a younger age is shapes. And we do learn our flat shapes first. Circle, square, rectangle, triangle, and oval, along with heart and star, which are not up there at the moment. Then we move on to the sphere and the octagon and the cones and cylinders and things like that. And I always teach them when we do the pentagon that it looks like a house. And then we learn that hexagons have 6 sides and octagons have 8, like a stop sign. Okay, and I am going to stop here with this particular video, and then I'm going to break down my different sections and things like that, so that you can see how I use them on a day-to-day basis. So if you like this, just hit like and subscribe. Please tune in to part 2 and etc. And like, subscribe. If you like to know when my videos are coming out, there's a little bell that you can hit. All of this is free, and please join me again at the Canon Academy Homeschool. Thank you.